Hey all. So yesterday I did a sealed Dominaria event and decided to see what I can get done with that. I ended up creating a historic deck that was Orzhov in nature, and it went really well. Um, it was actually my first 7-win game that I had in sealed, and quite a few of the games were really, really close, but overall, it was a lot of fun, and I was surprised how much I ended up liking doing the Sealed Dominaria event because Dominaria isn't my favorite set, so I was more hoping the next Sealed event would be, either an Ixalan, because I do really like the Ixalan block, or it would be something more like Ravnica, whether it's guilds or legions. But I did end up having a lot of fun, and I was surprised how well the historics did. So uh, take a look, and I hope you enjoy the content I have for you today. Part 2 will be out tomorrow. So if you did like this, please like and subscribe, and you will see the second part come out tomorrow. I already created the deck I think I'm going to play. Um, my my rare cards that I had was the Gilded Lotus, the Traxxas, and Josh Viss. I don't know. Um, I think that was all the rare that I have that I put. Oh no, the Black Blade Reforged in my deck as well. So I didn't do either one of those because I thought it was useless. I didn't get any Planeswalkers, and there's no reason for me to play the Archmage. So um, I did what I could to create a decent deck. Basically, it actually is focusing around historic for once. I've never personally played anything historic wise. It'd be pretty fun. Want to see how it plays. I am splashing a little bit of red for Garna here. I think it could be a really good card when combined with Vess, because if I can have Garna on the field and then Vess comes in after kicked, I get 8/2/2 creatures with haste. So that could be really good. If not, even something like Vess is already on the field and then gets pulled off, and I have this save back here. So I do have 2 mountains in there, as well as the Gilded Lotus should obviously be able to do that. I thought about 1 mountain or taking out all mountains, but I don't want the dependency to be completely on the Lotus. So, but as you can see, I do have a lot of artifacts to work specifically with Traxxas here, since he doesn't untap at all unless I cast a historic spell. So a lot of historics in here, playing a lot of legendaries, playing in saga enchantments, a lot of legendary creatures, like I said, a lot of artifacts, different things like that. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good. I got some basic removal here. Uh, so yeah, I want to see how this plays out. I've never really run anything like this before. It's a good chance too. I mean, I did pull a lot of legendary creatures, and obviously they're only going to be one-offs in here as well because of you know everything being sealed and what have you. But I do have some removal. Gideon's Reproach is good. Fungal Infection for some lower stuff. Um, even just some basic pumps and such. Vicious Offerings, very good. Unfortunately, I do have to sacrifice if I want to get a big creature off the field, so there's really not like a lot in here that I can sacrifice, but we'll see how it plays out. And I do have one off of Eviscerate that came in, so I want to see how this Guardian plays out too. He's one of the major ones I'm unsure of, being a 4/4 for 5 cost, but he can return a permanent I control to my hand that is historic. So I could do something like returning Chainer's Torment after it's gone through 2 cycles to gain even more life and deal even more damage to my opponent. I don't know, maybe that's a good play for it. Um, maybe just even bouncing back Vess and recreating the zombie knights, or even just bouncing back something small like the short sword in order to be able to untap Traxxas. So I don't know. Everything looks good to me. I got some removal. I have a pretty nice curve. I don't know how it's gonna play. Guess I'll find out. And my avatar's still messed up too. Just cycles through different avatars, so um Panic goes first, so I'm on the draw. Good chance I will draw something to put Pegasus Courser down. And then Pegasus Courser and the Steward here. It's good together. I think I'm going to keep it. I do have some removal. If I do draw a land, I got a turn 3 Pegasus Courser, and then hopefully into a turn 4 Steward. We'll see. That's an interesting one. Oh, I did get my land for turn 3. So I guess there's that. Even if it is a red source. So it looks like they're playing something not necessarily similar, but of similar colors at least. Okay. And I will Vicious Offering that. Hopefully he doesn't have a pump. Nope. So I can curve out into my turn 3 and turn 4. Jousting Lance seems kind of nice. A little expensive to attach, but first strike is always an insanely good benefit. I do run myself a Ben Unleashed Honor Guard as well. Alright, so I get a lot of things I could do here. I could just Demonic Vigor him. I could play the Steward. I think I'm going to play the Steward out. He has Vigilance. So I can Demonic Vigor him next turn if I want to. So I have Yargle Glutton. I want to see how that plays out. Really powerful, and I can swing overhead with Pegasus Courser as long as they don't have any kind of removal. If they do, I mean, obviously it can go on the Steward. And there's good chance it's going to, because if they play Jousting Lance onto Ben Unleashed, he's not going to be able to do anything with it right now. He won't be able to attack. Cast tap target creature. Oh, that's a pretty good card. Okay. So I think I want to keep the Reproach open. There is a good. It would be good to play Yargle out and be able to fly overhead, but for next turn. But I think I want to be able to keep him to stop from attacks, and I do want to keep Gideon's Reproach open. So now Demonic Vigor, I don't know if I should put on the Steward. Who's more valuable? The Courser to send like Yargle overhead, or the Steward? I think the Steward, because he has Vigilance too. No, I like going overhead. We'll put this on him. So it takes the same amount of removal for either one of them. Pegasus Courser, okay. I might eviscerate that. Ah. Guardian. Okay. I think I'm gonna eviscerate the Pegasus Courser so I can keep going in the air. It leaves me vulnerable to an attack, like very vulnerable to an attack, but he still hasn't been able to deal with the Steward. And if he wants to equip that lance and attack, I'll be able to get the other card by blocking with the Steward if he decides to go in for both. So it'll stop some damage. Okay. So he wants to equip that now so he can attack next turn, I assume? Yes, that is exactly what he wants to do. Okay. I think we'll let him attack next turn. And I'll scare him with the Arble. Mm-hmm. So this should be a win. Unless he has something to destroy it. Nope. Okay. First win down. I was hesitant about putting Pegasus Courser in there. Great choice. Pegasus Courser is always a good choice. Take myself into game 2 and see what awaits. I really like them not being able to attack because of the Steward. That was a really nice play. Ooh, man. Okay. So. I could be really, really annoying with this hand. I think I want to keep it. This hand is extremely annoying to my opponent. The problem is, this is almost all of my destruction up front, and I don't necessarily want to blow it all immediately. Keep drawing the mountains. Well, at least I have my 4-drop. Interesting. Okay. Guess we're both drawn pretty poorly here, huh, buddy? Well, I could put a dub on him if I want to. Flying. Whoop. Didn't want to put that there. Okay. No reason to fungal infection anything. Alright. So. I could do Pegasus Courser and dub it the next turn. I can eviscerate this. Yeah, I think I like Pegasus Courser. Dub the Pegasus Courser next turn. This is a tough choice. So I mean, I could dub it, or I could just attack in Gideon's Reproach. Well, looks like he's just going in face anyway. Okay, so I'll try and Gideon's Reproach that.
This is obviously a bait. He'd be kind of dumb to take it. Doesn't matter, I'm still going to eviscerate it. Now I just have Gideon's Approach for other things. And I'm at enough mana where I can dub and Gideon's Approach. Reproach. Sorry, it's Reproach. That's a really good card. Oh, I really hate him for that. Considering I played that card last. I mean, do I just go for the lulls? I could definitely just go for the lulls. I think it might be better to go for the knight and put it on the, or dub the Pegasus Courser. And then I can Gideon's Reproach that, or do I want to double Gideon's Reproach? See, if I play the dub, he's probably not going to attack, and I can't Gideon's Reproach when he does. If I play the Steward, I'll play the Steward. Because then next turn, what's he got going on here? Add 1 mana. Oh, man. Nice. Super jelly. Oh, that's not great. And that's a legendary creature. Yeah, that's a problem. I think I just lost. No, I didn't. This turn, I think I can double Gideon's Reproach it and then Fungal Infection it. The problem is it stays there, but he is not a legendary, so... Now I can't attack. No, I can't, because then I won't have mana because he has that Bard on the field. If he doesn't attack, I'm kind of screwed. Because I just wasted a turn then. I don't know why he did that. He's probably getting ready to pump it, if I had to guess. Basically, if he pumps this, alright. I just had to spend way too much mana to get that done, but it's done. Alright. Bringing it back. Hopefully he doesn't have any other answers. Although that Dark Blade's really bad unless I can pull mine. If I can pull my Dark Blade, or Black Blade, I'm okay. Demonic Vigor is pretty good too. Let's see if I can get Chainer's Torment off. Now, which one? The Pegasus Courser? Yeah, I think so. Because the flying is just invaluable. Now I think I won. Unless he has some way to gain life, Chainer's Torment just won me the game. Oh man, he almost had me. He was so close to killing me. Oh man. I mean, not life total wise, but the fact that he had that steward out with the black blade on it. Oh my god. That thing was insane. I didn't even think about the fact too that if he would have played one more land, I couldn't have played like no, I could have played and just blocked with the sapling, I guess. But oh man, that was brutal. All right, I'm first this time. I do have turn 3 courser. All is white. I can try and keep this. I don't think there's. I think it's a pretty decent hand, right? I mean, I have my turn 3 creature. I can play the short sword on turn 2. I can Gideon's Reproach if he has anything crazy right now to throw at me. Well, that's not great, but Benalish Honor Guard is great. In this deck, at least. Now, the other thing I could do is dub the Courser, but I think I'd rather do the Honor Guard with the Courser and then keep open Gideon's Reproach. Yeah, for something like that. Where's Battlefield if it was okay. So, Gideon's Reproach that, block out a sapling if he has one, and I need to start drawing black mana. Could have attached a short sword, but I'd rather Gideon's Reproach. The only problem is he knows I have something to play now, especially since I hovered the card. I should not have hovered it. That is insane. Okay, so how do I play this? I think I go in with both. I play Black Blade Reforged, and I Gideon's Reproach. The old fake oops. Pull Shala is pretty good though. Jeez. Yeah, I was gonna say. I just can't get this thing to save my life. Okay. Um, Alright, if I can get a black mana, I have Vicious Offering and Fungal Infection. Fungal Infection can double kill the saplings. Great. And I could Vicious Offering something that he will eventually play. Maybe like the Death Bloom. I don't know. I mean, I'm ahead of the curve right now. Not anymore. So, I'm going to have to try and Gideon's Reproach. Exchange your life total with its power. That's pretty good. I can't believe I haven't drawn any black mana. And here's the pump. Oh, thank God. Holy crap. All right. 3 wins. keep pushing it. Keep that. That was so weird not getting any of my swamps, and especially since I've been getting mountains a lot. Now I don't have any creatures, but again, this could be pretty annoying with the Vicious Offering, Gideon's Reproach, and I'm on the draw. I also have the Short Sword for turn 1. I'm gonna risk it. Probably gonna die. This was a pretty bad hand to keep, to be completely honest. Yeah, I mean, I do think it is a pretty good deal for this event because, I mean, if someone did the math, and basically I think you should come away with a couple wins in order to even out, but I think it's a pretty good deal overall. I mean, I haven't seen too many cases where it's really not a good deal. Have you played the event yet, IR? Yeah, yeah. You keep all of the cards total. So that's really why I like it. So drafting wise, my problem with draft is I never know like A, what to pick, and B, I don't have like a whole slew of cards. I don't have like the whole set. So basically, I'll pick rares a lot of the times in draft and screw myself out of like an uncommon. Like the one time I picked Rhythm of the Wild when I really, in complete honesty, should have picked or I should pick Rhythm of the Wild, but instead I ended up picking a different card just because I wanted the rare, and then it ended up screwing out that Gruul draft. Second Gideon's Reproach that. That means I can't play my turn 5, which kind of sucks. Could double Vicious Offerings it, but I think I'd rather Gideon's Reproach. I can Vicious Offering if I need to. He's got to be thinking something's up. Felt like I wasted a bunch of money on gems and regular draft last night. Yeah, yeah, you can. Oh, stupid pop-ups right in the middle of my button. There we go. Um, yeah, you definitely can waste a lot of money on drafts and stuff. I've definitely done that. Um, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Dominaria, I'll say. So like I was a little hesitant for this draft. But you know, it's still fun. I still like the limited events a lot, especially since, like I said, I don't have most of the cards. I have a good majority. Like my Esper deck's pretty good. It has most of the cards you would need in it, but it just isn't like diamond material. Like I can get to plat with it, but I can't get to diamond. So, and it just kind of it's aggravating. Like so many people just playing mono blue and stuff right now. So I'd rather just play constructed events, no, not constructed events. Different events like sealed and such. Syncopate. He's holy crap. All right, that's a big syncopate. All right, fair enough. Yeah, there's nothing I could do against that. Your other drafts you were doing that you spent the gems on, did you spend them on the Ixalan? Don't tell me you have a freaking pump for this right now. Because if you have a pump for this, I just wasted a lot of spells. This dude is certainly roping me a lot. It's for darn sure. The Ravnica, the traditional draft. All gems back plus. Yeah, you know what? I ended up falling into that metagame thing a while ago, and my first one was pretty good, and then after that it was just terrible. I don't know. I should have known better. Just card at random. That's not good. I don't want to. It says I may. It says I may. That is broken. Oh, okay. So I have to select it and then get this on him. Yeah, the traditional draft is cool because the you have the three round games. But my problem with the 3 round games is or my problem with the traditional draft, I should say, not the 3 round games. The traditional draft issue that I have personally is the fact that you have to spend gems to get into it, and I think that's kind of BS, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's any reason why you should have to spend gems to get into the traditional. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, right? I mean, I could be in the minority, but I think you should be able to spend coins, even if it's twice the amount of coins or something to enter. Instead of 5,000, it's 10,000, sure, because, whatever. But I would rather get the extra 500 gems and do a sealed event like this. Because the sealed event to me gets you many more cards, I should say. It gets you many more cards, in my opinion. Now, if you win the drafts all the time, the drafts are actually better value from what I understand, in terms of how many gems they give you back and everything. But I'm not that good at the game. I'm not good enough at the game in order to, consistently win back everything. I will say in this game, unfortunately, I think this may be a loss for me. We'll see. I mean, technically, if these are the only cards that are on the board for the rest of the game, technically I win. Is he gonna really counter this? Oh, he was waiting for that. Oh, and that's an exile, so I don't get that back. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I was waiting for something. He has a good deck. I'm up in the amount of wins where people are gonna start having like really good decks put together. I also kept a risky opening hand, but this ban is just really a roper. Yeah, I don't know. If I could draw was it the Black Blade? Maybe stand a chance because I could put it on the sapling, I believe. So 3 to play it with the Gilded Lotus. I would still be 1 mana short. Great. It's exactly what I needed. Another land. Well, I guess another land's good if I do get the Black Blade out. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, this game is just about over. I can pull. If I pull Vess, Lich King, I have a chance. He pulled a Teferi. He pulled a Teferi in this event. I mean, this dude's just going straight to all the wins. I mean, that's insane. That's insane. This dude, so, so lucky. I haven't even seen his other rares yet. That kind of scares me. he really seen any of mine though? Nah, I just have the Gilded Lotus, I guess. I guess this dude's also trying to bore people out of it. So IR, how did you do in the drafts? You you do good, get some wins? I mean, personally, me, if I get 3 wins, I'm pretty happy. Um, well, let me rephrase that. I don't do traditional draft. I think you have to win less overall games because you have the double thing. But whenever I play standard draft, which is the single round, if I win 3, I'm fairly happy. Um, 4 is pretty good, and obviously anything better is I'm real happy with. I actually had a standard draft a couple days ago. I think it was on Friday. Yeah, because I uploaded the videos on Saturday and Sunday to my YouTube. That I actually ended up. All right, I ended up going 7-1 in the standard draft. It was pretty nice. I had a pretty nice Azorius deck with was it Golden Guardian that just kept spawning me tokens. It was a lot of fun. One or two. Thought you had good red green. Kept losing flying weenies. Creatures, yeah. You mean the 6/6 fair Nullhide Ferox? Or is there a different one? No, because that would have been a different category, I think. 5/5 where you can't play non-creature spells. Oh no, Ferox. Yeah, Ferox non-creature spells. Turn. Yeah, I'll keep this. That's okay. Yeah, red green's tough. I've tried to do red green a couple of times in my various drafts, um, and it and it's personally never worked out for me. Ooh, so that's okay. That's unique. I've been waiting to see how he plays out. So that's just mana. Play this. He might have removal. I mean, it's red. Gotta have some form of removal, right? Alright, so I'll just have to keep Gideon's Reproach open. So what is this? As long as 2 more creatures are attacking. Or blocking it. Okay. So I can still put this on. Gideon's Reproach him next. And then hopefully play Traxxas. And then I could play Guardian the next turn to untap it. Oh, the Shaman. Yeah, right. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it costs 2 red mana and 2 green mana. Sunder, I think it's Sunder Shaman? Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That thing can be brutal. When you cast a goblin spell that was kicked, okay. Alright, so the Bloodstone, I should be able to take out the fungal infection, hopefully. Huh. That is that is certainly a card. Okay, so I'm gonna have to Vicious Offerings that before it gets any bigger. The problem is what's worth it. Huh. I think I'm gonna have to kill Traxxas. I don't want to, but I think Pegasus Courser is much more useful. Target creature, sack creature. I finally get Traxxas out, and I can't even untap him once. Oh, man. Terminal from your graveyard. So he could pull that thing back onto him? That's upsetting. I did not read that. Okay. I need to win this quickly, apparently. The good thing is, I don't believe he could play him this current coming turn. And I should be able to... That hurts. Okay. Man, you couldn't have played this after I played Demonic Vigor. I need to get the flying overhead in. If I don't get the overhead, then it's not going to do much for me. And that's going to make me discard a card next turn, so I got to play the mountain. Now this turn, he should be able to play that card. Yeah. These people getting these really good pulls. That is insanity. And it has reach. Like, if it didn't have reach, I wouldn't even care all that much. So what can he pull back? He could pull back the Rampaging Cyclops, my Guardians, my Traxxas. Yeah, I've actually never even seen this card before. I mean, I played during the closed beta, and then I really got back into it during the start of Guilds of Ravnica. But so I've never actually seen me play this card, but that's really good. I'm actually surprised there's not more decks with that, although it might just be hard to play in the meta. Man, I haven't been able to pull my vest this whole time, which I feel like has been like my key card to play. So the good news is if he attacks, I can swing in and kill him next turn. The bad news is he just did that. So how do I want to play this? I can flash him in. Yeah, he could be really good as a Gates. Yeah, that's a really good Gates card. It's a good idea, man. You should make that deck if you have the resources. So my problem is I could do a whole bunch with this Pegasus Courser in this card here. Do I want to flash him in and block Do I want to flash him in and just get haste at the end of the turn? Yeah, because that nightmare creature will have haste. So I think I just want to flash him in and get the haste because I don't. He doesn't have 2 reachers yet, so as long as he doesn't play a reacher this turn, I should be okay. The other option is he swings in with everything. The other option is he just kills me this turn because he has an awesome deck. Just to be frank, I could play Pegasus Courser again, which is the good thing. And how much damage does this do? Is that 16, 20? And I'll have a 2 in the air. I'm going to flash this in now. Yep. Okay. I don't think he could stop all of this. I didn't count. I'm just going ham. Oh my god. Whew. That was a tough one. Sorry, didn't talk a lot there. I was focusing a lot on trying to make sure I got that last little bit through. Okay. Whew, man. Alright, so Garna finally came through. Finally, he was good for me to have put in the deck. That's awesome. Hopefully I could play this Vess. I mean, I really think those two combo really well together. I guess it's, the luck of pulling it, right?